Hey guys! Alright, I'm going to be talking a little more quietly in this video because it's nighttime. I'm in my bathroom and it kind of echoes in here. So I don't want to wake up my neighbors who live upstairs. So unlike my usual videos, as you can see, we got no makeup going on today. And that is because we are going to be filming a kind of like a demonstration type thing for Derma Rolling. It's a type of micro needling where you use a rolling device that has little teeny tiny needles on it, and you roll it over your skin. And sorry, a little short of breath. I fill you in on that in a second. But so basically it has these little tiny needles on the roller, and as you roll it over your skin, it makes these little teeny holes in your skin. And basically the small amount of damage that it's causing in your skin helps boost the production of collagen in your skin. So it helps kind of like the turnover rate of cells, skin cells, and it can help from anything from getting rid of acne scars, which I'm going to show you guys actually a little closer in a minute, my acne scars. But it can help things like acne scars or any other scars, stretch marks, fine lines, things like that. Even pores, I guess, like if you have really, really large pores. I do on my nose, but if you have very large pores, it can actually help, I guess, like smooth over your skin and make those a little less visible. And then you'll notice if you ever look into it, you'll notice if you ever look into it that there are rollers with all different lengths of needles, and basically I've seen them range anywhere from, I think the one I'm using today is a 0.25, is it millimeters? I think it's millimeters, and they go up to like 3, I think. Basically the larger the needles, the like deeper the scars that they can help repair. So you have like some really like big deep stretch marks on your body somewhere. That's where like something like a 3 millimeter might help you better than say like the 0.25, which is more for like facial scarring to a point, things like that. Quickly to fill you guys in, as I said I was going to. If you notice I am short of breath, I am still recovering from some kind of residual damage from COVID-19, which I did test positive for, unfortunately, more than a few weeks ago, about a month ago now, and took a long time to get over, and I still have some like lasting shortness of breath and some chest pain. So if you notice me struggling, that's what's going on. But no worries, I'm on the mend and everything is going smoothly now. Anyways, back to what I was saying about the Derma Rolling. So this right here is the device I'm using. Different brands will have like different holders and things like that, but they all kind of look very similar, maybe varying in color, slightly in like width. I'll show you closer like the actual needles in a minute, but this is the roller. Mine comes in a little case. This is honestly just like a very cheap one from, I think it's a Kuwait. It's the Walmart brand one, I believe, that I grabbed when I was there. I had done Derma Rolling before now. I did it actually as part of the Banish Acne Scars kit. I actually did that whole thing before, and it helped with some really bad scarring I had on my face back then. And for some reason I kind of fell out of it, and then I lost my roller, and just recently decided I really wanted to get back to micro needling again. So I'm going to show you real quick, and then I'll show you the roller a little closer. I want to show you the kind of scars that I am dealing with. As a teen, I had really, really bad acne. I did Proactive, I did like every type of treatment that you can think of. I tried it on my skin, and it was just very stubborn cystic acne, left me with a lot of like really deep ice pick scars, and I managed to get rid of a lot of those. Now I'm left with like what you can see here, all of these dark spots. And this is why I didn't want to wear makeup for this video, because I want to give you guys like a very realistic view of basically what I'm dealing with and then how this helps. So I will be making follow-up videos to this as I keep treating myself, just to show you how this improves when it does. Like I said, it is going to create those little micro holes in your skin, and it's going to cause that extra collagen production to help turn over those cells, skin cells, so that you have healthy new skin cells to help repair any damage and dark spots like the ones I have. So what you want to do first, this is the way I do it anyways, but I've noticed from instructions from the various Derma rollers that they tend to be very similar. So I will wash my face first. You want to always start with a very clean face. After washing my face, I will use a toner of choice. I will show you my choice of toner in a minute. Keep getting notifications. Then you'll do your rolling, and then after that, usually people will follow with a serum or a moisturizer that works well for them. With Derma rollers, it actually helps boost the benefits of different skincare that you use. So say I use a Derma roller on my skin and then I use a facial moisturizer afterwards or a serum, it's going to help like get that down into the skin a lot more efficiently. And then it just helps you kind of reap all those benefits like tenfold. But yeah, so okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face, and then we will go from there. I'm not gonna do that on camera because that's just gonna be like really awkward. I have no idea where to even put this one while I try to do that. So I'll be right back after washing my face, and then I'm gonna show you the rest. All right, guys, so my face is now washed and clean. Much better. I used this right here. I know it's maybe mirrored, but it's Simple brand foaming cleanser. Simple's products work really well for me because I have like super sensitive, easily agitated skin, and they don't have anything in their products that irritates me at all. So it's nice and gentle, it does the job, it's really good at removing makeup too. So next, I'm sorry this is really like in bad shape and kind of dirty, but this is my favorite toner right now. It is I think it's Thayer's is the way you pronounce the brand. But it's Thayer's Natural Remedies Facial Toner. It's a witch hazel toner with aloe vera in it. This one is the cucumber version. It's alcohol free and it's very easy on my skin, which is why I like to use this one again. This one for me is incredible, especially if I'm like just getting like a random breakout or like I'm noticing like a pimple forming somewhere. It really helps keep it from getting as bad as it normally could be, and usually within a few days it's all cleared up. So I'm gonna take care of this right now. I'm gonna apply this toner, and then we'll go from there. I just use these like cheap cotton pads. They work pretty well for me to get this on. You'll see how easily like my skin gets like really red, even with just like light touching. It's pretty bad, but that's why I gotta be like really careful and use stuff that's not super irritating. All right, there we go. I use this toner after washing my face every day because it's also really good, aside from like everything it's putting into your skin that's beneficial. It's really good for getting like any just residual makeup that's left over after you wash your face, because I know that even with my best cleansers, I will still have like a little bit of BB cream or foundation somewhere, and that'll just take off anything that's left behind. All right, so the next step here is to actually start the Derma Rolling. So yes, I did the cleanser, and then I did the toner, and then the next step is going to be the Derma Rolling. So each time you use this roller, or whatever roller you choose to use, you always want to make sure that it's been cleaned beforehand. You can use like I think it's 70% that they recommend, or higher, alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. Soak it in it for like 25-30 minutes, and then shake off any excess and let it completely dry. You want to do that after you use it, and then before using it again. And with my roller in particular, it came with these little tablets that you can drop into water. You set the roller inside of it, and it also disinfects it. So I do that same thing after using it and before using it, and it works pretty well. So getting to the actual derma rolling part, so I'm going to kind of like tell you what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and just kind of explain why briefly. It's really not like super like complicated or anything like that. All right, so let's see, we can start with my forehead. Basically, you're gonna want to do this. My hair is going away. If you like my headband, this is from Korea. I think it's a Toot House brand, little cat ear headband that just holds your hair out of the way while you're washing your face and everything. Anyways, back on track. So we just basically roll this back and forth. You don't want to ever like change direction or anything while you're rolling, just because you can actually drag it across your skin and cause unnecessary harm and extra scars. And I think that's kind of the exact opposite of what we're trying to do when we do this. So yes, we're going to keep going back and forth like that. And basically, they tell you to do it like 4 to 6 times over an area. So you want to do it in one direction first, like this. So I'm going horizontally. Then you want to go basically vertically. You're going to see the area get very red. And I know people are going to ask, does it hurt? I personally don't find it painful. I mean, it's uncomfortable. I would say it's uncomfortable. The larger the needles you get, the more uncomfortable it's going to be. And you're hardly applying pressure when you do this. It's just very gentle pressure. You're not trying to like rip your skin off or anything like that. All right, so I did horizontal, then I did vertical. Now we kind of want to do it diagonally. And basically, we're just trying to make sure we got like good coverage of this area. There you go. And you can literally see like one half of my forehead versus the other, how red it's getting. Yeah. But it doesn't hurt at all. At the max, it maybe like stings a little bit when you like go to apply a serum afterwards, depending on what serum it is, or moisturizer. And then sometimes I find that it causes like almost like a light itch on your face, but that tends to go away pretty quickly. And I use a good moisturizer afterwards, and that helps a lot as well. So now we get that side done, we're gonna do this side. So same thing. Gonna do this vertically first. Doesn't matter what order you do the different directions, as long as you get them all in there, it's fine. And you obviously want to focus heavily on any like problem areas. I mean, my forehead's not too bad for me. There's still some scarring. You can see like the little tiny ice pick scars here. But honestly, my forehead was never too bad. I also have a scar here from, I had an eyebrow piercing. I had it done over several times because the piercing didn't want to be there. My body kept pushing it out, so it would either completely reject or it would migrate and just look stupid. So I tried to get it redone again so that would look nice, and then it didn't work out so hot. So now I just have a scar there. If you look back at like really old videos on my channel, you'll actually see back when I used to have it. And all my other piercings. I no longer have any of them because of my job. Doesn't allow it. They allow like single lobe piercings, but honestly I'm kind of lazy, so I haven't worn any in a little while. All right, there we go. I got my whole forehead done here. Just go over like any problem areas real quick. So forehead done, and now I'm gonna go over my cheeks. Some people will say to do this around your eye area too for fine lines. Honestly, my skin is so sensitive around my eyes that I don't do like around here. It seems iffy to me. So I'd rather stick to my regular moisturizers and eye cream and everything. All right, so now we're gonna do the sides. And this is obviously a point of more heavy scarring for me, so I am going to focus very heavily in this area. You'll notice that when I'm moving to like a different spot, that I'm lifting it up in between. Like I mentioned earlier, you don't ever want to like drag this across your skin. You're just gently rolling it. And there we go. So now I'm gonna do like this. Yeah, for the longest time I didn't even know this was a thing. I was like, what? It seemed really, really scary to me when I first heard about it. But then I saw like some of the results people had. Like some people who had like really horrible acne scars or even like some surgery scars and things like that. And it did wonders for them. So I was like, well, I might as well give this a shot. My acne, for the most part, went away once I get to like I think around 25, I think, is when it really started going away. And now I just kind of get like the occasional pimple, usually like hormonal breakout. Yeah, so obviously, like, aside from the fact that my face is very red over here, you can see that I have a lot of scars right here. So I am focusing very heavily on that area. All right, the forehead area is definitely like the least comfortable, just because it's like a thinner area. It's like a bonier area, so it's less comfortable. Same thing. Just going different directions, doing it vertically now, and then crisscross. And opposite crisscross. Look how red. Right to the side of my face. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I got this at Walmart. I think it was like $10 there, like $9 and change. And so, I mean, it's pretty good in my opinion. It's worth it. Especially, you know, if you have scars and you say you feel like super self-conscious about them. This is something that could help you. So that's why I wanted to make this video. I've seen other videos where people do this and it's like, the whole video is like either filtered or like they're wearing makeup and they're like quickly like, whoop, 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 and then show you doing it like very, very briefly. And then they're just like, look how amazing my skin looks afterwards. And I really didn't want to do that because I know that when I was looking to see how this worked, I had really wished there were more realistic videos of this out there. And so here I am. Yeah, after a while it starts feeling almost like a massage, like kind of soothing. I know the redness of my face doesn't seem to say that, but it does. It's not that bad. Attractive. Looking red. They'll kind of tell you something different, but these Derma rollers, the needles will go dull with time, so they'll usually tell you have a certain number of uses before you should replace it, which is why I went with something a little more like cheap right now, just because it's a little obviously more cost effective to be able to replace it as often as I need to while treating my scars. And then I am thinking of getting like some larger needle versions. Probably look for them online from a reputable source, just because I do have stretch marks and everything like pretty bad right now. I think most people have some sort of stretch marks, but I have done a lot of like weight loss back and forth. I fluctuate a lot, so I do have a lot of stretch marks. So that's from something else that we need to take care of eventually, but we'll get there when we get there. This first. I think we got everything. Yeah. Okay, I say this looks good. Beautiful, lovely. All right, so here we go. Finish our derma rolling. You want to make sure that your hands are cleaned and washed and fresh before you go touching. Obviously, with open holes on your face, the last thing you want to do is be touching yourself and getting a bunch of bacteria in those holes and getting all types of infections and breakouts that you definitely don't want. So I am going to go wash my hands real quick and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so hands are clean and I am going to be using this moisturizer today. Cetaphil, I don't know, whatever, it works. And it hasn't given me any ill effects on my skin that I worry about. As I mentioned, with my sensitive skin, I have to watch over everything, especially if it has fragrances in it. But this one so far has been pretty good. So I just use a little bit like this and put it on my face. And then make sure everything is moisturized. And like I said, the Derma Rolling helps your skin better like absorb everything that you're putting on it too. So this has helped me a lot, like when I have really dry skin. You definitely need a good moisturizer after doing this though. Obviously it helps keep your skin from getting over dry and irritated. There we go. Man, my nails are a mess and dirty. I did some gardening today, put like fresh mulch out in front of our lanai area and it looks pretty nice. But now I have dirty fingernails. There we go. And I always put moisturizer on my neck. I guess they say that your neck ages, like your skin on your neck ages even faster than the skin on your face. I don't know how true that is, but I make sure to use a good moisturizer on it just so that that's covered. All right, so here we are. Blotchy, lovely, cat earry. And yeah, so I will show you real quick how we go ahead and wash this Derma roller. All right, so I'm not sure how, yeah, I can show you like this, I guess. All right, so it came in the container. It's actually the one that, the dome that was sitting over it when you saw it in the case earlier. This is the top of the case. So they tell you to fill this about halfway with warm, not hot water. Then you get this little tab they give you, plop that on in like that, and it starts foaming. And we're just gonna sit our Derma roller inside like this, making a lovely cocktail here. And basically this is gonna sit here like this for, I think it's 25 minutes. Let me check. This is on the box somewhere, doesn't it? 15 minutes. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna let that soak inside of here. As you can see, it's turning blue. It'll be really clear blue later. So let that sit for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, you are going to rinse it off in some warm water. Make sure it dries completely, and then you can go ahead and sit it back in its case again. That's basically it. That is derma rolling. That is not bougie derma rolling. This is basic derma rolling. But, you know, it's something that I think a little more affordable. The everyday person can try this, and yeah, just like a little more realistic view on it. So I will be posting update videos just to kind of show you guys what happens with this. I'm not gonna lie or sugarcoat it or go photoshopping myself to be like, wow, amazing, my scars are just gone 2 days later. And that's not what I'm gonna do. I am gonna show you guys exactly how they heal using the exact treatment I just showed you. You do not want to do this too often. I know that with this roller where it's only 0.25 that they say that you can use it daily. I like to give my skin at least a couple days in between just to kind of heal up. And then I know if you're using longer needles that you'd only want to do this like once every like 2 to 4 weeks or so. Obviously, the more time you give your skin to kind of heal, the better it's going to be. But yeah, you can see how blue it's getting now. But it smells, I don't know, it's weird that I'm smelling it. It smells like peppermint. I don't know if they do that on purpose. Anyways, but yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed kind of seeing how I do this and my lovely makeupless face, because I know it's just beautiful right now. But it is what it is, isn't it? So I hope you enjoyed. I will be making update videos in hopefully a shortish time, and so you can subscribe if you want to see those and keep up with my video releases. I know I've been a little slow to release videos lately, but honestly a lot's been having to do with, as I mentioned earlier, the fact that I did contract COVID-19, which was a real sucky time. I might be making a video pretty soon kind of talking about that a little more for anybody who is curious, just because I know there's a lot of misinformation and like kind of like scaremongering out there in regards to the virus. And while it is serious, while it was not fun at all, I would like to give a realistic kind of rundown of what I personally dealt with it. And you know, the information that I got along the way. So I figured that might kind of help some people and maybe even calm some people who may be like super anxious or worried about it. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys again soon. Hope all is well.